Hello, 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 hello. I'm going to do something different. Going to do a bit of a live App Store optimization thing. Can you hear me okay? So basically, send me your link to your app. I'll check it out on the stream, give you some advice on, might turn that music down a bit, advice on how to optimize it, how to get more downloads, how to get more revenue. Let's go. I'm not quite sure if the chats allow for links in there. So just DM me if you can't send me the link and I can have a look at it. I've recently, I've got a new camera, a bit of a new setup. I got a key light set up. Let me see if I can show you. My old camera was, so I'll show you what it looked like. I was just running off the MacBook and I got myself a new camera, so I'm still playing around with it, so you're going to have to bear with me with that one. And I've got a nice little stream deck set up, so I can show you what I'm working on. I can show you my screen. And I also had it set up so I could have like a portable camera. Like a phone cam, but it's disconnected. Hang on, let me try to reconnect it. No, I don't know. It was working a moment ago. I thought I could show you stuff on my desk and around. Not working at the moment. Oh, the phone's hot. I guess it's overheating. It's doing the oh, that just worked. All right, see, I can. Oh, that's really slow, isn't it? Yeah, I think the phone is struggling a bit. But if I hold it still, you can see I've got a bit of a new setup. I've got a key light up there, and on my stream deck, turns out like I can control the light. Yeah. And I can go back to my scenes. I can go to Atom camera. I can go to my code. Oh. Yeah, cool. How do I go back? Let me see. That's my code. But I don't think I'm going to do much of that because the phone is running very hot. All right. Screen. So the tool I use is the Astro. Pretty good tool for, I can't minimize. So I've set OBS to track these screens. It turns out I can't minimize them while. Can I go full screen? That might work, going full screen. I don't know. This is trying something new, live, see how it goes. Darian, my app that I submitted to ship a ton. Surf tracking gone surfing. I haven't really thought this through, have I? How do I can't click the link. All right, I'm going to download it on... Actually, we could probably do... some review on the new feature on iOS 18. That works well, I think. All right, so it's conflicting with my camera. I'm just going to delete that one. Remove. Yes, there we are. Screen. All right. Let's try that again. There we go. I don't have iOS 18 on my little phone here. I haven't thought this through, have I? All right. App Store. Let me just do it off camera, off screen. The app is Surf Tracking Gone Surfing. Surf Tracking Gone Surfing. Unfortunately, you can't see what I'm doing, which is frustrating. Try again, shall we? Actually, what I'll do is I'll install the app. So I've installed the app, and then I'll open the app. And that way I'm not showing all my passwords and everything like that. Open the app. All right, let's go. Welcome to Go On Surfing. Discover unique surfing and fitness insights to catch more waves and surf longer. So there's a nice a nice benefit there. The benefit is discover your unique surfing and fitness insights to catch more waves and surf longer. Literally burying the headline. So the headline, welcome to Go On Surfing. I've already downloaded Go On Surfing, so I know what the app that I've downloaded is. So the headline is discover your unique surfing and fitness insights, catch more waves and surf. So the benefit, what you put in the second paragraph there would be best suited in the top paragraph, and then also some sort of image that's more representative of what we're talking about. I'm not sure if that music is too loud, if you can hear me okay. Can I increase the size of this thing? No, I can't. I can't seem to scroll on. That's not your app. That's probably the tracking on the phone. Let me see if there's a different way to do this. I reckon if I go to QuickTime Player. Yeah, I reckon new screen recording. No. I know there's a way on QuickTime to record the screen. How to record iPhones. I have to have it plugged in, don't I? I am using all my USB ports. Thanks, Darian, regarding music not being too loud. I'm going to have to rejig the USB situation here so I can get access to the phone. I've got another cool little button I've got is this Be Right Back button. So I'm going to press the Be Right Back button. Mike. There we are. I didn't get anywhere. I've unplugged stuff and I've made things worse. So, I don't know. I think I can airdrop to the screen, maybe. Let's see if that's possible. But basically what I'm doing is just run through the app. Duplicate. Screen mirroring. MacBook Pro. Which screen will that go on? That takes over everything. Can you hear me? I can't actually. Built-in display. Everything goes dark when I do that, so I can't see anything. Audio's gone. Sorry about this. I'm going to go back to the original, just using this screen mirroring thing. I can't exactly do everything with the app, so might just run through. Yeah. So there's some functionality in the app. There's some functionality in the app that has the slide function. And that works fine in the app, but it's not working on screen mirroring. So I guess just have to work through it. Okay. Next call to action. This is really not ideal, and next time I do this, I'll do a better job at it. Track your sessions. Count your waves, measure your paddling distance, track your strokes, and more. GPS tracking. Go on surfing uses your location to guide you back to takeoff zone, track your waves and display them on a map. Health and fitness. Go on surfing saves your sessions to Apple Health and presents your surfing and health data in interactive charts. Your data is private and never leaves your device. We've got a nice onboarding. I did such a good job setting up all the camera and everything nice, and my whole desk. Exclusive launch offer. Gain complete access to all surfing and fitness insights. Yeah, I like it. There's some exclusivity. Launch offer. I mean, you can't do that forever, so that'll be replaced with a call to action. I feel like the onboarding is missing the human element. So for us geeks, we love the stats and tracking this and tracking that. So like the stats is what I like. But if I put myself into someone who likes to surf, I don't think someone who likes to surf would like all of the stats. Not showing you the onboarding, I'm sorry. So that's the onboarding. There's an exclusive launch offer. Gain complete access to all surfing and fitness insights. And like I was saying, so there's a lot of graphs in there, and it's lacking that human element. If this was an app that I was building, I guess I would be trying to think of imagery that would represent the benefit of what the user will achieve from using the app. And this is something that I learned when I was doing web design and logo design. So all the competition, everyone out there was focusing on the process, and they were showing what you sign up with me and I will design your logo, and you get 3 options and unlimited revisions and this and that. and I'd go to a client and I'd propose all of the technical functionality to them. I had a reasonably good conversion rate. But when I would go to them and I'd take that extra effort to work out what's their industry, and generally someone that's in business for themselves in an industry, they love what they're doing. So I found the best way to sell to them was to personalize just the land, like a cover page, with imagery of the thing that excites them and the thing that motivates them. So if they're like an auto electrician, it's about cars, it's about the electronics. So I think the onboarding process, like some sort of cool imagery, something that represents what we're about. And I think I've seen through this onboarding process, I've seen a lot of feature-based insights. So that'll be the key takeaway there. This is in Australian dollars, so you're going to have to remember all this currency conversion is in Australian dollars. If we can actually use the $29.99 is like what, $19.99 US a year. Pretty standard. What if I don't want to connect health? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so if I don't want to connect the health, I mean, some people might, but if I don't want to connect the health, it's going to keep bugging me, I guess. But main users are probably going to use it. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You, as I was talking, I guarantee you were thinking you wait until he sees the onboarding screen that I've created with imagery of someone surfing. Yeah, that's a good onboarding screen. I can't seem to exit out of it, and that might be again an issue with. Yeah, so I can slide off on screen. So I guess phone in use can't do it. Now let's dive into some keywords. So the app itself, what was it called? Surf tracking, gone surfing. So also got a watch version, and so you can't really see it. Be good to look into my first thoughts before I look at it. My first thoughts on the actual listing itself. Surf tracking, gone fishing. There's a primary focus on the watch, so it suggests to me that the watch functionality is probably the most important functionality. And like, I've never built a watch app before, but I guess that makes sense. If you're out on surfing, you're tracking on your watch, so you want it to be tracked on your watch. So the 5 reviews, this is in the Australian App Store. So that's reflective of the reviews in Australia. Easiest way to track your surf. This screen mirroring thing from Apple is a little bit cumbersome. Surf tracking, gone waves and fitness tracker, all the key points are there. We got, I'm not going to be able to even scroll through them, am I? So again, we're focusing on graphs and the geeky stuff. Us geeks, we love that. General person using it, looking for it. The first thing they see on the App Store, I mean, you have to put yourself in the mind of someone that's surfing. I know you probably surf, but my stereotypical view of someone that's surfing is someone that's not in front of a computer all day looking at graphs. So don't think the graphs would sell. The graphs nice complementary, but it wouldn't be selling it. What I like to do in the App Store is to have like really hone in on those key benefits. So if I'm going to try something here. So let's jump onto Claude. What are the key benefits of an app that tracks surf we can do one better, can't we? What are the key benefits The key benefits are improving wave catching, enhanced paddling efficiency, detailed session insights, health integration, skill refinement. Narrowed down to top 3 benefits that the user in the App Store is looking for in the style of track more waves. Catch more waves, improve your technique, and monitor your progress. And I would tend to agree with that. So this was my app. I've got a template actually, which I will see if I can find. But I'm going to go through my file system, so I'm not sharing that. App Store. I haven't. I have it stored on my server, I know that much. I should put it onto GitHub. So I've got a Photoshop template that I use that works really well to really prioritize the key benefits and the features. I think I've sent it in Twitter to people before, so I'm going to look through my messages. Photoshop. Just looking for it. Why isn't the unlimited price $69.69? That probably hooks into the target demographic nicely. But also, what you have to realize is that was Australian currency, so it was probably never set to 69. PSD. So I've got some nice templates that I use, but I've got so much junk in my file system. Found an old one, but I've revised it since then. Where would I have put it? Lesson to everyone: be a bit more organized. I just throw myself into these things and then just do it. App Store. Store template. Okay. So this is an old version of the template. This is for an app that I built last year when I was learning Swift UI, and basically it shows the call to action, not the call to action, the primary benefit. I like to have one word primary benefit and then the words underneath it. I go to Claude, I say catch, more waves, and then I would replace that image with screenshot of the app. But I think I would find a screenshot that I think I would think about a screenshot within the app that's reflective of less of the graph side of things, less of the stat side of things for this functionality. And in the background, you could do something with stock image like surf image. And you want like an action, I don't know, it kind of has to be subdued enough to be a background, but like action and something that captures their attention. I think that would hook into that looks fake. They're integrating all these AI stuff in free pick now. Some of them just look some of them look good, some of them are a bit crap. So yeah, I'd put the benefits at the top. The watch is a main feature, so to have integrate the watch into there somehow. Yeah, that's how I'd do it. I'll find that original Photoshop file that I've got. If you use Photoshop, I'll put a template onto GitHub. Okay, so now I would ask, what are the keywords people would be searching for when using this app? And then we can have a look at Astro. We'll see where you come up in Surf Tracker. And because it's relatively new, you said you shipped it with Ship-a-Ton. So you're not tracking for Surf Tracker, which is kind of to be surf tracking is the keyword you're going for. It's kind of be expected that you're not ranking all that well for that keyword, because like I said, it's relatively new. Surf tracking, surf tracker, what else did we say? Wave counter? Surfing performance, would people be even searching for surfing performance? I don't know. We look at the keywords, and popularity is quite low, difficulty is quite high. Yeah, I don't know. You're not really a surf report app. Surf watch. Still low. Oh, that's apparently difficult. I'm a bit dubious of that. That's a tricky one because there's not a lot of people searching for those keywords, which suggests to me you might have already seen in your stats that it might be a bit underwhelming, the amount of downloads that have come through. Wave tracker. And it might come down to my gut reaction before, which was people that, you and me, we love graphs, we love apps, we love all the things. But if you're a surfer, are you tracking that? Are you tracking it with Strava? Surf. Because Strava has that built-in functionality. What else is Claude recommending? Surf analytics. Main keywords are surf and surfing. There you go. Surf tracker, surfing tracker, wave tracker. Yes, you've identified surfing and surf are the most competitive, what people are searching for. The long tail doesn't seem to be that long. Popularity low. And if we go into here, yeah, like there should be an opportunity to rank for surfing and even surf. And we are targeting surfing. Surf tracking. Surfing. Surf log. That's only got 5 reviews, so it's quite low volume. Yeah, you seem to be on track with the keywords. It's only those top level ones that I'd be targeting, but that's as competitive as you can get them. So hopefully there's some insights there. Cool app for the ship a ton. I like it. Let's have a look at another one. I can't scroll the chat on... Hang on. These are things I'm learning as I'm going. I can't scroll the chat on the Restream little widget that I have. App.restream. Chat. Can I and that doesn't even show me all of the messages. Alright. I have to just... So I'm using Restream to broadcast to YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And I guess I'm just going to load up the messages one by one in each of the respective social platforms. I found Restream works quite nicely to sort of broadcast, but then when it comes to, like, I wanted to send out one message that goes to all of the chat channels, all of the social networks, and I haven't found an easy way to do that. And I haven't found an easy, like, even just an app that I can just check on the phone and see, like, a consolidation of all of the messages that have come through. Someone should build an app for that. All right. I'm jumping onto the chat on... I can see myself on camera. So this is the chat that I have on Twitter. And I don't have all the messages that I can see on the web chat. So I don't know where those messages go. So you probably have to resend your link if you've sent it. I can't seem to get to it. I've got... This is the chat that I have on Restream. And I can't scroll up and down on it. So... And Twitch seems to automatically... not Twitch. Twitter seems to automatically cut out messages. Let's go over to YouTube. My app is Heart Rate Tracker Treadly. Let's do the cumbersome loading that one up and see how I go. Heart Rate Tracker Treadly. So firstly, that's not even coming up in the recommended list. Let me just see why. Hartley. Is it... preface this by saying this is App Store optimization for the App Store. Can't see it in the App Store. So we should go back to square one. Who else? Nick says, okay, now I can see where you're going with this. Nice. I know I need some work on screenshots and on onboarding flow. So I haven't been able to check out the app. Maybe I could load the... Is it on Google? Google Play? Treadly. Maybe I've typed it in wrong. I was typing in Hartley. Treadly. Still can't find it. Heart Rate Tracker Treadly. So I can't find your app there, Nick. I am in the Australian App Store. I'm searching on... Yeah, I can't find it. So if it's not on the App Store, Australian App Store, I can't see it. All right, the next one that's popped up, there's grow notes. I'll get... okay, I'll jump up to grow notes. Autocorrect tries to autocorrect that as brownouts. Grow notes, garden journal. This is interesting. Mirror my screen. Resume. I think in my keyword research, the garden journal and vegetable journal keyword has popped up. So my initial reaction is, I think this is a keyword that people look for. But let's dive into it. I sent the link via Twitter X. Trev does code. I'll check that out in a minute. So I'll do... Who was Treadley then? Okay, well, I'm on grow notes. Track plants with notes and pictures. I have to look off the phone because I can't scroll through the images. I'd like to do like a live analysis of my first impressions so you can see from a user what the first impressions would be. Grow Notes Garden Journal. The icon itself, I think a little bit... I like the design of it. Perhaps a little bit underwhelming. I would hazard a guess that a really vibrant green would work better as the background with a white foreground. That would be the direction I would go with it. And I think if I was to type in like garden journal, I can type it in up here actually. Garden journal. So yeah, my initial instinct is that a lot of the apps are going to be green. I had an app that I built a while ago. It was called Mobius, and I went down the path of trying to make the logo purple because in my mind I thought purple will stand out from all of the green from all of the other mowing ones out there. And that was sort of my attempt to stand out. But when I sold that app, straight away they moved it over to a green logo and it actually looked much better. I'm not quite sure the stats of it. So the color palette that you're going with is similar to this Garden Eye. It's plant care gardening. I don't see your app on there. Did I see it? Grow notes. Let's look at the keywords I think you're targeting. Garden journal. AI generated growing tips. And okay, so we love AI. AI is our life. We get a lot of benefit out of AI. I don't think the typical gardener is thinking about AI as a way to... I mean, it's going to be beneficial for them for sure, but I don't think that's the lead. Let's look at Garden Journal, see what keywords come up. Low popularity, relatively difficult. Garden planner is a keyword others are looking at. That didn't add. So garden planner seems to be what they're looking for. Plant care. Oh, that one popped up. Garden planner. And I think, so my gut says to me, your keyword is garden planner. The AI functionality builds into planning the garden more than journaling the garden. Garden journal is like logging what's happening with my gardening. So let's say I've set up my veggie patch and I want to log the location where I've planted those seeds and when I planted them. And this is an idea that I looked at when I saw these keywords in the past, and we got stuck into doing some gardening with the kids. We got 3 veggie patches out the back, and the kids planted all of the seeds, and we put the little tags in there. But kids being kids, they run off with the tags. So then we're left with not knowing where everything was planted and when we planted it. And I thought the great idea of a garden planner app would be not only to log where you've put the seeds, where you planted them, and you've probably gone into all of this with the app. I haven't even touched base with the app yet. I'm just explaining what I'd expect to see in an app that targets these keywords. So I planted my seeds. I want to know when I planted them. The AI can give me advice on, it knows my time zone. What you have to remember is there's different time zones on Southern Hemisphere versus Northern Hemisphere. So right now in Australia, we're going to be entering summer. Everywhere else, you're going to be entering winter. So when it hooks into the AI to say, well, I planted these seeds, and AI can say, look, you've planted this the wrong time of year. This should be planted at X time of the year. Or even give, like, now I've harvested my garden, or what can I grow now? And even thinking about it out loud, you could have notifications. So you could poll, this is how I'd build it. You could poll ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, and you could sort of do a schedule in advance. So say in November, you should be planting these. In December, you should be planting this. In December, you can cultivate this, you can harvest this. So predetermining the notifications that's going to come through, so it hooks them back into the app. I think there's some powerful functionality in something like that. I don't think you lead on the fact that it's AI powered. This is just my gut. My gut's telling me a gardener doesn't care that it's AI powered. They want the benefit, and to me the benefit would be planting, getting the best out of their crop, and caring for their garden, getting tips to care for their garden. Let's do what I did before. Karam, I started making apps. I went into this in I have to install the app. Hang on. Started in 2020, and I started out not knowing what I was doing, and just knew that I wanted to create something, I wanted to bring something into the world, and just have some sort of positive impact on the world. My life went to absolute crap, and my previous business collapsed. I was in debt, and just felt like I was a drain on society and useless. My only art form that I know is creating, building, coding. And it's always been an extension of my own self-expression. So I set out purely to make an app every month, to get into that release cycle of making an app, to learn how to make apps. I'd never made an app before that. And then learn how to, what works, what doesn't work, how to find keywords and all that sort of stuff, and it sort of just progresses over there. So everything that I've ever done, I've done that exact same process. I just throw myself into it, stumble along the way, and by the end of it, I could sit back and you could just not do it until it's perfect, or you just throw yourself into it, see where it goes. So I'm going to grab the description again for your app. Okay, I'm focusing on this app now. What are the keywords? Plant tracker, garden journal. So I think you were already targeting plant. We're not targeting. Comma delimit each of the keywords so I can paste into my ASO app. You're welcome, Karen. So the keywords that are jumping out are plant care app. Anytime you see a keyword with the word app on it, generally the App Store just ignores the word app. So that would put you in the same category as anyone that's searching for plant care. So things like free app, those sorts of things you get bundled into the same. I mean, it's calling me a liar here because it's very different category, isn't it? That's just from my experience. My experience is that the word app doesn't track as well as a keyword. But even so, it's got a relatively high difficulty. Garden planner, that's the keyword that I'd be targeting. Okay, my app is a garden planner app. And then we had before, narrow down. Track garden entry. So plan your garden, track plant growth, optimize care routines. I don't like them. Raphael, jump onto Twitter. I'm Adam Lytle Apps. Send me a message on Twitter and we'll sort something out. Organize your garden, schedule gardening tasks. I like learn from AI insights. So if I go back to the template we were talking about before, words that work well are actionable words like track plant health or growth. And then I'd put the, again, imagery of the app. Let's download the app and check it out. I'm just going to review the onboarding process and the paywall. All right, so I think you know exactly what my feedback's going to be. Put on the home screen so I can just get straight to it. Turn the phone off, do the screen mirroring. This is, in Apple fashion, this mirroring functionality isn't as good as what I would have expected. You can't scroll around. Yeah. I'd like to be able to resize the screen. I guess that's... And also the phone has to be off, I guess. All right, so you know exactly what I'm going to say, I think, and that's where presented straight away with you're asking the user to perform an action before you've even presented them with the reason why the actions need to be performed. Email and password are required to sign in, and signing in with Google. The target demographic you're going for might have a lot of people who will... I'm thinking stereotypically they're like Facebook users who are into growing stuff in the garden and a little bit more naive about privacy. So you might get signups with that method. But I would be jumping into like an onboarding process straight away. Onboarding process with a paywall. And then once all of that is exited out of, then we can jump into signing up for an account. I'll turn the phone off and connect. I'm not quite sure if anything should happen. There's... Yeah, great. I think you could have guessed my email address, but there you go. Actually, that could be a way. I could get people to email me the links and stuff as well. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, we can add... So I'm going to grow some lettuce. Variety. I don't know. Scientific name. I would hazard a guess that, and I mean, I'm delving into the actual functionality of the app. I'm sorry about that. This is an optimization thing, but there's potential with this app that I think we might be missing. If I'm planting lettuce, I don't care what the plant group is. Plant groups are like folders for your plants. You can group by types. And what you have to think of is you're using terminology that we use in computers all the time, like folders and stuff. And like I was saying, a topographical map, like a way to sort of just map where my garden is. I was going to take my camera outside and show you, but I don't think I can bring the mic out. But anyway, so I got 3 garden beds, and we put plants in each of the garden beds. I would love to be able to say what is in each garden bed and where, when it was planted, and like tips that pop up to say it's time to cultivate them. Like that has potential, and then you look at the keyword and you go, like, people would pay for that. People would stay. That's a long-term app. People would subscribe to it for a while. I think you're onto something. I think it needs a little bit more work. And I don't see any... Is it a free app? I don't see any paywalls. So if it's a free app, yeah, so it's free at the moment. And released it about a month ago. Good first version. I think you're onto something with it, and I think that like this is a keyword that I've looked at before and build something good with it. Yep, Nick, you got some work to do. I'm going to take a quick toilet break, and I will be back. The video has glitched. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, I only wanted to do about an hour of this. I had a lot of technical issues. I'm going to reconnect this camera. There we go. I might do another one. I might do another one of these streams in the future, but my plan at the moment, I only wanted to do about, well, I wanted to get stuck in to do about an hour of I got my coding screen up. Let me just change it. So I wanted to do about an hour helping you guys out, and then I wanted to get stuck into some work. I've got my app, well, my website actually. My website is App Gallery. So this is an app, a website where you can link up your app portfolio, and it just should automatically just keep your portfolio up to date. Apple's been making changes to the API. It's broken. No one new can sign up. Been like that for a few weeks, and it's also not updating all of the apps. So if you're using it and you've tried to update your app, you can't do it. But there's, at the time of building it, before it stopped allowing new signups, yeah, well, that's not working either, the browse. So I'm doing a bit of work on this today, trying to hook how I can, there we are. So there's 1,951 apps listed on App Gallery. And basically what I wanted to do is just have a landing page that automatically just updated all my apps, because I was creating so many apps that I just was getting sick of adding it to my website. My website, I don't prioritize as much as everything else. I just wanted something that was just set and forget. I thought I'll make it into like a website that people can use as well. But it's broken at the moment, so today I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to do that after, do one more app store optimization. I'm going to go for a break, get some lunch, and then I'm going to get stuck into coding this one. I got messages. Karam. We got PDF converter and image to PDF. Straight away, I know I think that's a pretty competitive keyword. Let's see how it comes up. PDF converter. So straight away, I can tell it's a competitive keyword, and you probably can't even really see that. So this is the search results for PDF converter. And I would expect, if it was a keyword that we could get some traction on, that I would see your app come up on the list here. And you would have seen your app featured when you first released it. This app is relatively new, but I think it's a competitive one. So now I have to type in, to find your app, I have to type in PDF converter and image to PDF. And already there's another one. So we got PDF converter and image scanner, PDF converter and image to PDF. My gut's telling me this is a competitive keyword. And then even then, your app isn't listed at the top. How to get your app listed a bit better when someone does type it in. Every word in the title, PDF converter and image to PDF, is a generic term. So if someone's searching for that and someone clicks on it, it's going to throw you into the results for a generic search result. So if you saw with the previous app that we had a look at, so we had Grow Notes Garden Journal, and that's like if you have some sort of unique name, Grow Notes, when someone types in Garden Journal and they click the result for Grow Notes Garden Journal, you're going to be number one on the list. So I would hazard a guess that you need to... Oh, I'm downloading someone else's. That you need to reconsider the title. A lot of keywords in there. I can see what you're going for, trying to get as many keywords as possible listed on the App Store. But let's dive into it a little bit more. PDF converter and image to PDF. And so, for reference as well, I saw it number 2 in Australia. Astro, which is pulling it from America, from the United States, sees it as number 4. And you can see a lot of generic terms in all of these titles. PDF Maker, not a generic term. PDF Converter, image to PDF. Let's see your main keywords. We already know where PDF Converter. Image to PDF is positioned 117. PDF Converter, it's a saturated keyword. Word, like I think you, if I was, let me just preface everything by saying all this advice I'm giving is if I was building this app, how would I approach it? And I would be looking at, I think PDF Converter has been done a million times. You can see here that there's just a million apps already doing it. What are you doing differently that everyone else is doing? If you were offering a free version, which I don't think you are, in-app purchases, there's in-app purchases. So what are your benefits over all of the other PDF Converter apps? Image to PDF has a use case there. Your ranking, kind of. Popularity is one that you could target a bit better. Word to PDF, that's another path that I'd go down, but look, the popularity not as popular. What other keywords can we do? PDF editor, that, I mean, even look at that review, not much volume on that one. PDF photos. PDF photos. So if I'm building an app that converted something to PDF, PDF Converter sounds like the most logical thing that I would be working towards, because that's what I'm building, right? A PDF Converter. But everyone's building a PDF Converter. So then you have to think to yourself, what else would people be searching for on the App Store to do a specific use case? And this specific use case is, I've got a presentation, I've taken a photo, or I need to send this to my boss, or I need to send 5 images, 5 photos to my boss in PDF format. I can't just attach it into an email. They're too big. So I'd be looking for like imaged photo to PDF and image to PDF. And I think that has a better use case. Yeah, look at that. Like, that has a much better use case and is more achievable to rank than PDF Converter, which has a difficulty of 92. These ones have like a relatively higher difficulty. It's not going to be easy, but you can have more chance of ranking, more chance of getting someone to sign up. And you know what you're targeting. You're targeting someone that has an image or a photo that wants to be converted to a PDF. So you can target your keywords, get your keywords in alignment, get your images on your App Store in alignment, and you can have fun with that because you can have like an image here, an image there. I mean, I've done similar with my HEIC JPEG converter, which I'll show you. With that said, mine doesn't rank all that well. But I'll show you what I mean in terms of having a bit of fun with the keywords. With the screenshots. So this is my HEIC converter, image and photo. This is one of the early ones that I built last year when I was learning Swift UI. And because we're dealing with, I have to click out of it to show you the photos. But because we're dealing with something that's really like a lot of image in there, like you can have some fun with those images. And if you're dealing with a photo converted to PDF, in this case, we're dealing with HEIC format to JPEG and being able to send it and copy it across. You have a lot more fun with it. People are looking for their image to be converted. I think that's the direction I'd take that one. I'd be focusing on photos and images to PDF, and not just the full size photo. You can have the option to sort of scale it down so that instead of it being a 20 meg PDF file, you can get it down to like 2 meg or 3 meg, and the ability to email from there. That's the way I'd go. But there is a pathway with that. I thought when I was going to look at it, PDF converter, no chance. But there's a path there. Do I do much marketing for my apps? So I haven't, traditional marketing I don't do. I don't pay for ads on, like any of the social networks, and I don't pay for any marketing. The marketing that I do is all just like constantly showing up on Twitter, just saying what I'm working on, showing what I'm working on. And although the target markets, this is what I found with doing this, although the target market isn't there for, let's give an example, allowance tracker app that I made for the kids. My target market isn't on Twitter looking for an allowance tracker app, but my audience is on Twitter checking out what I've been building and then download it. And if you just build in public, you get an initial boost of downloads to the app when people want to check out what you've built and support you. And it kind of, I think it sends a signal to the App Store to say that this app stands out a bit more from the crowd because it has, like, I think they call it velocity, more people coming in to download the app on launch. So it gives you, I feel, it gives you a better chance at ranking long term, like send some sort of signal to Apple. Also, I'm getting into building some video editing apps, and the whole idea of going from Twitter to YouTube and to streaming is to first learn where the pain points are building video editing apps, how AI can be used to automate it, and also building a connection with other people who are on YouTube and streaming and everything to show them what I'm building on. So I hopefully have that same sort of net result, net positive. By the time I release it, I've got an audience that will use the app or at least check it out. And that's the only marketing that I do. I tried some on TikTok to some varying levels of success. I will show you. So, you're welcome, Karen. This is my TikTok, and basically what I did to promote my Pokemon card scanning app was basically just show it working. And then every day I would sketch. I had fun doing it. It took a lot of time. I want to show you an example. This is my favorite one I did. It got banned from TikTok because I used the Rocky theme. So I'd sketch it out on the iPad and I'd tie it in with the Pokemon cards for the keywords. And like it automatically just pushes it to 200 viewers. And if it hooks into the right audience, you get a few downloads from it. Relatively, like not a huge success, not millions of views, but I had fun doing it. If I stuck at it, yeah, probably it would grow more. But, I mean, for the time I was putting in, I was spending all day designing these things. Like, I draw them from scratch. I'll show you where I drew one from scratch. Yeah, so I tied it in with the cards, the Pokemon card, and I draw them and then do some sort of animation that comes out from the card. And I like doing it. It was fun. I use Procreate to do that. Yeah. what I might do, I'm going to head out, get something, get a bite to eat. And then I'll be back. I want to get stuck into doing my app gallery, finding an API that works for that one. And between doing that, I might review some more apps. I liked it. It was fun. Hopefully I added some value. That would have been good. And what I really love to see is some of these recommendations to actually be implemented and then see the result. That makes me excited. All right, I'm going to head out, get a bite, and I'll be back, review a couple more, and do some work. I'm back. I lied. Didn't actually go off to get a bite. I went off to get some... Ran out of energy drinks. Currently back onto fasting. It's lunchtime at the moment. I'm hungry. And I'm back onto fasting at the moment. So... I'm trying to do, like, limit my eating to the afternoon, the evening. Get back into running. Had some health issues. Bit of illness and an injury. And decided that enough is enough. I want to get back into it. So today we're back into running. And back into intermittent fasting. I built an intermittent fasting app a while ago. Ended up selling that one a while ago. I want to turn that audio, that music up. There we are. So some key lessons here for this stream. I've had some technical difficulties and... Move that up. Had some technical difficulties and... the way I wanted to present things was a bit cumbersome. The screen thing doesn't work as well as I thought with the new iOS update. And yeah, it's a bit cumbersome, but in the next stream I'll be just that little bit better. I feel like should do one more app sort of review. I'll see on... I've neglected my Twitch stream. But again, like the chat doesn't have a history of the chat in there. It's only when I log in, and restream is a bit weird with the way the messages are sort of displayed. So I've got to find a better way to be able to go back and look through some of these apps. I can hear myself in my speakers, that's why I'm stopping. I can see on the screen here, we got Ghost Detector, Thermal Camera, High Popularity and Low Difficulty. Arnold, if you want to tell me your app again, I can look. I can't see it in the log. All that's on screen is all that I can do. I can't scroll up and down. I don't know. Run kit, watch, running, workout. That ties in nicely with what I was talking about before. I've been running, so I can check that out. I think it's from... Straight away, if I was to build a running tracker app, actually, I have built a running app. I'll show you the direction that I've taken it. So I've got an app in that field, not listed on here. Just loading up. I'll give you an example. My headphones just cut out. Ah, that's because I'm on the phone. And it's tried to connect to the phone. So what I want to show you is my tracking app, just as an example. And I can actually delve into some stats for you. Just loading on the phone, I'll drop it onto the screen. My app is called AirDrop. No, it's not called AirDrop. I'm going to AirDrop it. Here we go. My app is Running Interval Timer Tracker. It was built 11 months ago. And the keywords I was targeting was like running interval, running timer, running tracker. So I've got an app that has running tracker as a keyword. Going to my app store, connect analytics. It's not performing as well as what I would have liked it to. But you can get a good understanding of metrics. So it's getting 347 downloads on those types of keywords. People, when they use it a lot. So average session per device 7, 347 downloads over all time. Pretty consistent. I'd say like benchmark that with what your app does, I guess. And Arnold, so you've got 11,000 impressions and 500 downloads. Let's do a comparison. So this has got 15,000 impressions and 1,000 downloads. Suggests to me that your conversion could do with some improvement. Let me dive into your app. It is RunKit Watch Running Workout. Might be a little bit different because you're targeting the watch. Again, I've got no experience building an app for the watch. RunKit Watch Running Workout. Run, schedule, build, schedule, run, synced with your Apple Watch. So clearly your target market are people that want to track it on the watch. What I'm asking myself is, what benefit does it have over the built-in tracking functionality with my watch? I already can do... I'll show you the screen because I got it on the screen. So I'm asking myself, what benefit does your like if I'm browsing through, what benefit does your app have over the built-in functionality of the watch functionality? I can kind of see I can build a running schedule, but I'm not quite sure if that's a feature, not a benefit. Whether a beginner or a marathoner, RunKit is tailored just for you. So I think I'd question, like, if to increase the conversions, focus a bit more on and do incremental changes. So if you're already getting good downloads, relatively good, 7%, okay, that's the start point. And I'll change this title here. So build, schedule, run. I don't think that communicates to me. Like, it kind of communicates. It tells me you can build schedule. But why? Why do I want to build a schedule? I haven't searched for build run schedule. I've searched for a watch app that shows me how to run. What are people searching for when they watch running app? It's one of those things where it's like you need to hone in on a specific feature or functionality that people are specifically looking for, because there's already Strava, there's already Adidas, there's already a lot of big players in there that people are already gravitating towards. And you're not going to out-compete Nike. You're not going to out-compete Asics. You're not going to out-compete Adidas. You're not going to out-compete Strava. So what's the core function that you're doing? And you're adding functionality to the watch. But I'm still not clear what the watch does. So I'm going to dive into it a bit more. I'm a person that's never seen your app before. I've typed in watch running app. I like running. What I like about running, I like the challenge of it. I like setting myself a goal. I like seeing my progress. And Strava already integrates nicely into my running schedule. Strava already has an app for the watch. I don't use it. The Apple Watch functionality works just... No Apple Watch app on it. Gotcha. So the keyword you're targeting is for the Apple Watch. So if you don't have a Apple Watch function, I'm confused, because you're targeting watch running workout, and that might have been a keyword that's come up. But if I'm looking for watch running workout, so even I've seen this. I've searched for watch running workout, and there's no Apple Watch. So that confuses me. Open. Let's dive into it. Welcome to RunKit. Create personalized running watch workouts from your phone. Customized workouts. Design workouts with adjustable intervals, paces, speeds, and zones to fit your running objectives. 1 minute, I just got a call coming in. I am back. When I take the headset off, it pauses my music. Okay, so you can see I did some search for watching running. I think that's auto-corrected. Watch running. So I'm looking at the keywords that you're targeting. Running workout. And if we compare it to, so the keywords that I'm targeting are running interval timer, running timer, interval timer running. So, for example, with running interval timer, my app is ranking number 4 there. And you can see exactly what impact that has. So ranking 4 for that keyword, these are the results that I'm getting for that app. Nothing great, but a start, I guess. And that's just focusing on the one core feature. So I think with RunKit, I love the branding of the logo. Like, I think it looks professional. If you're not targeting the watch running workout confuses me. Watch running app. Just doing a search at the moment for like any keywords that we could be scouring to find. Running challenges. There's a social element with these apps as well. So let's say you build an app where you do a challenge. So the App Store optimization is an element of your generating downloads to use it. But think about that, what's it called, 72 hard or 70 hard? The app is primarily just a routine that's preset that people go in and they share the results to their friends. If you're looking for a different angle, an angle could be setting a challenge for yourself and then having some sort of reward mechanism that people feel inclined to share with friends or even just challenge their friends. Running challenges pretty low. I'm going to ask Claude. Okay, so we're focusing on a running app now that helps me. And what did you say? Imagine you can create a custom interval running training. Create custom interval running training. Create routines, etc. What are the benefits of this app? Customize workouts, optimize performance, motivate consistency. Workout builder. Running. I'm just trying to put my head into the space of one of the things that I did, and this might be on a completely different path, but one of the challenges that I've done this year is I wanted to do 1 kilometer for every month of the year. I was bad at running. I could never run, and I I know there's apps like 0 to 5K and the 5K apps that let you get into running. But what I was doing, starting out, I just wanted to have a simple January, I want to do 1 kilometer a day. February, I wanted to do 2 kilometers a day. March, I wanted to do 3 kilometers a day. I ended up getting to pretty much 8 kilometers a day until I had illness and injury, put me out of it, and just getting back into it. From that perspective, what I wanted to be able to track during that time was being able to create and I guess this is what your app's doing, so I'm just stepping through the process. I want to be able to create an app that I can set a challenge, and it can incrementally get more difficult over time. Because what I like to do with running is I like to just push myself bit by bit, but not silly. So something that plans a schedule or sets a challenge. And like every day, if I do the kilometer today, I mark it off as complete, and I get that nice, like a GitHub sort of progress of what I've done. And there's ticks to say, yep, I missed this day, but these are the days, and I can look back and see the consistency. And then in February, I can do the 2 kilometers. In March, I can do 3 kilometers. As I reach milestones, I can share them with friends. Which does remind me, I have built apps in the past that do this sort of stuff. So this is an app that I built, Squat Counter, that I built a few years ago and sold it. And this, I mean, the popularity is pretty bad, but it got enough downloads to generate revenue. Squat Counter. It's saying the popularity is quite low, but it did get, I mean, yeah, it's low. But it got enough downloads to generate enough people using it. And what I built into it was a award function. So after you do like your first session with like 20 squats, you would unlock an award. If you do 20 days in a row doing squats, you unlock an award. And then people would share that to their friends, and that created a bit of viral growth. Just an idea. Don't like this song. Back to the app, shall we? I want to have a quick look at it. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's quite a... My experiment building an app in this space was somewhat competitive. Not the best of downloads. I haven't even gone down the path of monetizing it. My basic assumption, monetizing this, it would generate about $200 to $500 per month. Kind of worth it. Might revisit that in the future, but for the time being, it generates like a conservative amount of downloads for those keywords. So I'd focus on what it does. At the moment, like I said, you've explained it really well in the chat, what it does. I'm a bit confused. And here we're focusing on the features. Again, I'd focus on the benefits. So the benefits are... Focus more on benefits. One thing I see a lot of us developers do is focus too much on the features, forgetting what the benefits are. So the benefits are like, what does the person get out of it after using the app? And like boost your speed, crush your goals, enjoy your runs. They're real emotive things. Personally, I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time rebuilding anything, but it could be repackaged to focus on a different keyword. So $20 per month per year. Nice clean paywall. Some imagery on there would go a long way. I can do some calculations to determine how much I think you're making from it. 504 unit downloads. If that is every month, I think you're making $100 to $200 per month on your business model. I'd be interested to know if I'm right. Because there's a clean paywall, it works. Okay, so this makes sense. Straight away, I'm in the app. So I've gone through several steps. I've typed for a keyword that's not relevant to the app. The screenshots themselves are focusing on the features, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Now I can create a workout. Last month was 1K. Wow, nice. So on 500 downloads, $1,000. Doing very well. Doing very well. Yep, so it's an interval. Alright, so running challenge. I would okay, so someone's loading up the app to, if they've been directed by someone to use this app, they know, okay, I want to set an interval of like 5 intervals and set up all the specifics. But I think you've got a good opportunity to have preset workouts in there. Beginners or intermediate, and have challenges in there as well. And it just pre-populates. There's not much extra you have to do. You just pre-populate what these workouts are. And once you completed it, like some way of me being able to share it with, like, Strava's great. Even today, they do these they do these like things that I can share, and you can just share it. Let me find a way to show you without being a total moron about it again. Strava. If you've used Strava before, you know, it's hard to show you what you can share on it without showing you the exact locations of where I'm running. But they have moments that you can share that gets other people using it. Should I allow Health Kit live on stream? That's the question. Oh, I'm feeling risky. Connect Run Kit. I'm going to check it before I do it. Okay, cool. So I won't drill down in depth in it, but you put a lot of time in this, and I think they're those. It's just that packaging, but you're getting downloads and you're getting revenue. You're doing something right. Your original question is how to increase those conversions. Increasing those conversions from impressions to downloads would be focusing on the keywords that target the app a bit more effectively. Track your run. And, like, I'm a runner. I like what you've done. Can I view by day? That makes me feel lazy. A bed for nothing done. That kind of motivates me. But yeah, we can go back to when I was doing... I can't go back too far. So I was doing... From September, I got sick in September, and then I had some health issues. But we can actually check. Yeah. So a lot of time and effort's been put into it. I can see that. I can see why it's doing well in revenue. The revenue I'm suspecting now is based on people that love the app and continue to use it, so low churn. And I think with your new people signing up, like, it's a packaging issue that you have. Keywords and packaging. And it's not really an issue, is it? Because you're doing well. But that's where I guess the improvements are. Look at that. So you've already got pre-built stuff in there. Beginner. Yeah. That wasn't as... My feedback is that wasn't as... I can't close it on this. That's not your app. That's the mirroring thing. So that cool feature, the library feature, was hidden, tucked away a bit. When I'm adding one here, I could add custom or... Yeah, so that little icon, there's power there. And it's kind of hidden. But that's great. Like, actually great. And that's like the benefit that you're not selling on the App Store. Find a way to show how in-depth you can get with the intervals and everything. Yeah, well done. I don't know, hopefully I've been useful. That was fun. I like that. I'm going to do that more often. For now, I've got some work to get done, so I'm going to transition into like a co-working type stream. Yeah, Arnold. I think that's the benefit that I could have provided for you then. Just being fresh eyes on it to have a look at it. Sounds like you're crushing it with subscriptions. It's going well. From someone using it for the first time, someone that potentially is your target market, that's key. That it's. I think the usefulness there is finding out, from my perspective, how I navigated it, I guess. Now I'm transitioning to I wonder if... So I've just updated the description on Restream. I wonder if updates on... Still saying boost your App Store optimization. You're welcome, Arnold. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Code with me live, code stream. YouTube's updated. Guess I just have to do it manually on Twitter. X. Oh. And then Twitch. Restream's really powerful, but what's up with this not being able to send like the messaging side and being able to just like I can distribute my video well, but how do I message everyone and keep all this up to date? Needs an extra layer to it. This camera's up high. I've got it on top of the screen. I've got lighting. Arnold's just dropped some free keys to the app for a year. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to subscribe to it. How do I get to the purchase screen? Unlock premium. Don't actually know how to use the promo key. Redeem code. So interestingly, your message comes up on the Ustream, but doesn't come up in chat unless you go to live chat, maybe. Yeah, so you have to go to live chat. So I think that message YouTube automatically thinks it's spam. MK 4K PTL P3. I feel bad. I'll leave the code. I will sign up for your free trial. I'll give it a shot with a free trial. If I like it, I'll keep it up. You've convinced me. So those codes can be for anyone else. 1 week free trial. And then $29.99 a year, which I think my Strava, that's 1 month Australian dollars of my Strava subscription. So there's a benefit there for you, I think. All right, I'm going to check it out. I need to connect to my VPN to code. I'm not sure that I can do too much of a co-working space sharing my screen when I'm working on the back end. Hello, Surendra. Ryan, thanks for the compliment. So I took a week off last week. It was school holidays with the kids. They were running around everywhere. This week, they're at school. The younger ones are out today. So I'm back into my weekly release cycle of videos, and I got a good story to record and upload about finally getting debt free, and then also some of the challenges that popped up in the last couple of weeks. Hint, I defaulted on the debt like a week before paying it in full. So what I'm building today is I'm working on App Gallery. App Gallery is a app portfolio site, and it just lets you, that page is slow, isn't it? So it just lets you connect your App Store Connect account and automatically have like all your apps just updated. So I use that for my adamlytleapps.com site. Automatically goes to here, updates all the app. Problem is, Apple have been updating the API. Oh, these drinks make me gassy. Apple have been updating the API to, I don't know, it's broken. The API is broken, so it can no longer pull apps from the App Store, and I can't get updates. So no one can sign up for it, and anyone that's already signed up for it, they also can't have their apps updated. I want to fix that today. So my challenge is finding a way to get to the API that works, probably not a conventional way, and then implementing that into the back end so that the apps update. I'm not too confident that opening up back-end code is the best idea. Like, I'm happy to share and go through that process, but like back-end stuff has passwords and all sorts. And when I get into the flow, like I forget that I'm streaming, and I accidentally will leak some crucial details. So what I want to do, I was using a API that Apple released previously, and it was for create marketing app material. So this is their API that I was using before, and they've recently updated it, so I can no longer hook into it. So what I want to do yeah, so they've got some rate limiting on there. But my previous code was hooking into this form. They had no rate limiting, and it was working quite nicely. And I was able to find my app all day P2A LTD. So I was able to link into, like, just type in the name of my App Store listing and then it'll just pull everything automatically. So I've got to rework how that's going to work. It'll be, you'll find an app and then it'll click on the app. And then we've got the developer ID there. And it's only showing a few of the apps. So scraping that isn't going to be useful. But yeah, they're rate limiting everything now. Have to think of a way that I can pull. But I mean, there are apps. There are apps, ASO apps still doing it. I just need to go to the toilet, so I'm going to be back. One way of doing it might be to do some of my pen testing days. Burp Suite. I haven't used Burp Suite in a while. Okay. So, Burp Suite allows you to do a man-in-the-middle type proxy for apps. Or for anything, really. It's good for snooping on how people... what happens on apps behind the scenes. I think I've got... no, I don't have the proxy installed. Been a while. So what you need to do is install a certificate on your phone. While I'm doing certificate stuff, precaution, I might just take off the screen recording. Actually, I can... oh. How to install Burp Suite certificate on iPhone. Tools, proxy, proxy listeners, add. That's what we were doing. No. Proxy settings. 80. We might do 808 too. Configure proxy. At the end of my playlist. What else? What playlist? Might go back to my liked tracks. For the for this site, it's vanilla PHP, vanilla HTML, vanilla JavaScript. Nothing too complex. With my apps, I build in vanilla Swift UI. Yeah, I'm very vanilla. I'm not one to get caught up in the latest hype of the new frameworks or anything. It's been to my own detriment in terms of being employable, but in terms of being able to sort of build over a long period of time, it's served me well. Nothing complex about it. I've been doing it for years, so it's like a muscle memory. What did I set it to? 8082. Save. Actually, I think I've got a tool that does it on device instead of having to do this cumbersome way. I do. Basically, what I want to do is find out how other apps are tracking tracking keywords. Whether there's an API that's out there. It's been a while now. Ideally, I'd like to go down that path. The scraping path is annoying because every time they update it, I have to change it. Yeah, and PHP on its own, I think it's more of a legacy type programming language now. Even at the time, didn't really get you. Well, it kind of got you jobs, but it was always seen as that language that was not for the real programmers. Had things like .NET. .NET was big at the time, but I mean .NET's gone now. So if you had skills in .NET, where are they now? I don't know. Are they still useful? Maybe for legacy apps. Okay, so I found a... Let's see if this... And because the App Store has actually changed the API, a lot of these... Oh, that's working. A lot of these apps are broken. So I've got an app that snoops on traffic. I'm not going to expose the traffic on a stream. I think that's probably a good idea. Select app. Let's type in allowance tracker. To get App Store listings, there's calls to MZ Static, which is Apple's server, and iTunes. We're not wanting the list, like the actual keyword position, like the ranking. We just need to get an updated list of apps that people have in their account. I'm probably going to take this off the stream for a bit. Bit tedious. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a good